in both places. We're streaming on YouTube and Facebook. Hello, everybody. It is Thursday. Yes, it is. How are you? That was a little weird. Only streaming in one place there for a second instead of two. I was only getting single vision. Single vision lenses there. How are you doing tonight? Tell me what you are grateful for Thursday night. Hey, Adele and Dazzle. Dazzle, it is treat time. It is treat time tonight, Dazzle. Just saying. What is everybody grateful for tonight? Tell me about your day, your Thursday. It is Thursday. I've been all messed up over the world this week and what day of the week it is and everything else, but it is Thursday. Supposedly, in some parts, I didn't see it, but I'm not real good with that. There was a mini eclipse early this morning in the Northeast. I don't know if that was seen elsewhere, but that is what I am told. Mini eclipse is the way it was worded. Whether that is true or not, what that is, I don't know. It's not a total eclipse of the heart, so Bonnie Raitt ain't going to sing about it, but I share that with you. Because that's just the kind of valuable information I bring to the table here tonight. Yoga is over. How are you tonight, Kelly? It is great to have you here. I am thrilled to have you here. Very excited to have you here. I waited just till after yoga time. I was out early, so I mean, I saw some pink in the sky. The sky was beautiful this morning, but I quite honestly, it was beautiful because we were able to breathe this morning. The humidity had broken, so we were able to breathe this morning. I mean, I was out early, 4-ish this morning, but I did not actually, per se, witness the eclipse. You're off to dinner, Kelly. Well, you enjoy dinner and you catch the replay, but I am glad that you were here. We're going to be early the next two nights, Kelly. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I'm going to be early on you. I'm going to be messing with you the next two nights. The next two nights, I'm going to be early. I'll give you the advance notice of that since you're hopping off to have dinner. Enjoy your dinner. I chose just patio sitting time with Cassandra tonight versus having dinner before I came on. Oh, I'm dinner entertainment, so you're going to stay. So good that I am dinner entertainment. My family doesn't find that with me. They find that I am the party pooper. I am the party pooper at dinner is what my peanut gallery would tell you. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Great to have you here. It is wonderful to have you here. I do need to catch up with you, Jennifer. I have read, I have digested, and I am ready to respond. Although you don't want me, you don't want my martini response, but you do want my response. And I will catch up with you tomorrow so that we can go over your issue. Hey, Kitty, how are you? It is great to have you here. Well, no, it's not bad. It's not bad. You just don't want a martini response. You don't want to have a deep discussion on a martini. And, you know, I want to be able to have that discussion with you. I want to be able to have a deep discussion on it. So let's get started with whatever I'm discussing tonight, because who the heck knows what I'm going to say tonight? Who knows? We're going to get started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is where we start this program every night. Tonight, if you are following along in the book, we are on page 180. Good morning. Subways may be slow. Traffic may crawl to a halt. Still, you're on your way. You're not defined by the speed of your surroundings. Your mind is racing. You're on your way, damn it. That is your good morning. That is your good morning. Let's see what we got going on here tonight in the pile. Let's see what we've got going on. Ooh, I like this, Simon. Our quote from Simon tonight is listening isn't simply hearing the words. Listening is hearing the meaning behind the words. Think about that. Listening isn't simply hearing the words. Listening is hearing the meaning behind the words. You digest that a bit. Do you know what happened on this day in 1752? Where are my history buffs? Where are my history buffs? On this day in 1752. I love this. I love this useless history sometimes. Sometimes you just find the right useless history. Does that make sense? That there is right useless history? Well, today somebody did in 1752, on this day in 1752, someone did what you want to tell one of your staff members to do or your husband to do tonight. Go fly a kite. Go fly a kite. Benjamin Franklin did that in 1752 on this day, but he did it during a thunderstorm. I wonder if his father told him to do that. You go outside and fly a kite in this thunderstorm. My father used to tell me to go play in traffic. I don't know. Maybe there's a lesson there. I don't know. You think I make this up on the fly, but I thought that was pretty good. This is good news. This is good news for you coffee drinkers like I am. Starbucks is reviving the reusable cup use after a pandemic pause. Starting on my mother's birthday, on June 22nd, on my mother's birthday, no less, you will now be able to use your personal cup. I always have my travel mug with me. I always have my travel mug with me, and I'm looking for a refill. And they always gave you the cup discount. But during the pandemic, you got no cup discount, because of the pandemic. But now, starting on June 22nd, my mother's birthday, you will be able to revive the cup discount at Starbucks. And that's an important thing. Hang on one second here. I just thought of one other thing here. I've got so many thoughts on my head today. That's what I thought. I thought today was a special day. Hey, Rose, how are you? How are you tonight? So, yes, on March 22nd. On June 22nd. Going from my father's birthday to my mother's birthday. I'm messing up the days here all along. But I do that. Yes. So that is exciting news because it's another step towards normalcy. It's another step towards safety. That things are getting better, that things are safer, that we're feeling more comfortable with safety. And more than the that you feel safe using a reusable mug, what it shows is that Starbucks feels safe and that they feel safe with others seeing people use a reusable mug. Does that make sense? That the image, the optics of people bringing in mugs, passing it across the counter, having their mug filled, getting it back, the optics of that are okay right now on a nationwide basis. And that's a really good thing. That's a really good thing to get back to get beyond the pandemic. So if we're going to move beyond the pandemic, that is a really good thing. Hey, Heidi is here from the Daisy. How are you, Heidi? Isn't tonight the Tiki Hut party or something? We're doing a Tiki Hut crawl. I don't know. We're drinking and going through your district. That's what I thought. That's what I got from the email. There's a party in wherever Heidi's store is in Cedar Rapids. There's a party happening in Cedar Rapids. That's what the email told me. And you should come shop and drink and have a good time. I am just full of useful information. And I think even some of that was right. Some of that was correct, Heidi, right? But in another sign of that, so you have Starbucks bringing back the cups. Tiki night, Tahiti night, same thing. Party on! Party on! Party on, Cedar Rapids. All right. The other neat thing today, which I thought was, again, a step back towards normal. When I picked up Nana's medicine at CVS today, they actually opened the drive-through window. They've been using a pass-through, like at the bank, okay, since the pandemic has been going on, so that their staff didn't have any contact. And so they have now moved to having the drive-through window opened, just started at CVS, allowing them to do that. They are requiring their employees, interestingly enough, if you are working the drive-through window, you must wear a mask regardless of vaccination status if you're using the window. You can go unmasked and go through the like the bank slot and put the prescriptions through the bank slot, or you can wear a mask and open the window. And since today was a cooler and more breathable day, they were, let's open that window. It caught me completely off guard because I have not seen that in more than a year. So again, steps, and it's optics. So it's optics. What are people willing to have? What are people willing to do optically from a public viewing standpoint? So that's what's important here. I mean, that's like I've told you, Cassandra and I have been still wearing masks when we're in store to make people feel comfortable. But that's really starting, a few weeks out from when Massachusetts removed their mask mandate. That's starting to wane as a customer concern, as more and more people are going maskless. So it's almost that you're the weird one, or they're concerned that you didn't get vaccinated. So then you were trying to make them feel comfortable, which is why we've been doing it, is to make everybody feel comfortable. Is why we've been setting the example and still wearing masks. As I mentioned, we are broadcasting on both YouTube and Facebook. So if you have any problems with Facebook, you can hop right on over to YouTube tonight. That would be great. But Heidi, what I really loved about your party is that you got the whole neighborhood involved, that everybody was involved in it, and that it was a huge success. It's so hard to get other businesses involved in things, and that your community did that in Cedar Rapids means that everyone is awesome. In our awesome month of June, everyone there in your neighborhood in Cedar Rapids is awesome. So that's great. Target has raised their annual dividend. Okay, which after the year Target's had, in and of itself, is not so special. But it's the 50th straight year that they have increased, not only given a dividend, but increased the amount of the dividend. So that is huge for not only the amount of other investments they're doing in their stores, the amount of investments they're doing in their team, that they're doing in technology, but that they're still paying shareholders a dividend, okay? And remember, that's profit. And that's what I talk about, when I look at you as owners. Remember, I want you that work in your stores to get paid a paycheck. Because if you weren't doing the job in your stores, you would have to hire somebody to do it. That's the same as Target. Target has to hire a president. They have to hire a cashier. They have to hire a stock person, okay? That is what they have to do. That is what you have to do, even if you are that person, even if you are a one-woman show. That's okay. But then there's the stockholders of the company, okay, the people that invested in it, which in your case is you, okay? It may be another family member or someone else on top of that, but it is you. And with that, okay, that is they are earning a dividend. That is what the profit is. There's the paycheck for doing your job, okay, the same job you would hire somebody else to do. And then there is the profit you as the stockholder make. And there is a difference between the two. And so the fact that Target for its 50th straight year is paying its owners a dividend that has increased, even marginally, okay, is a great thing. And something to strive for. Hello, Sylvia. Great to have you here tonight. In it's not really surprising, this statistic. Actually, I would argue that it's probably a little low because history tends to repeat itself with people. You know, the savings rate during this pandemic, because people have had their money on the sidelines, has gone up a lot. And people have paid down a lot of debt during this, in general, speaking broadly. But 44% of Americans, 44% in a recent survey, are willing to take on debt to fuel post-pandemic spending. They will take on debt to, quote unquote, treat themselves. Which they're willing to take on automotive debt, home renovation, and to travel are the biggest areas that they're willing to take on debt. And 67%, more than 2/3 of respondents, said that they will have at least one discretionary area in the second half of 2021. With the top categories being travel, out-of-home entertainment, bars and restaurants, clothing and accessories. And overall, 66% said they plan to treat themselves with purchases to celebrate the pandemic winding down, even if they don't have plans on how to pay for them. The general quote is, after putting up with COVID for more than a year, I think everyone is entitled to treat themselves. I admit I have a fancy bottle of scotch. I have a super fancy bottle, not a Costco bottle of scotch. I have a super fancy bottle of scotch that was gifted to me during this pandemic, and one that I would not buy for myself at a normal thing. And with the way my world has been, okay, with, you know, constant going, I haven't opened it. And I haven't opened it because I want to be able to sit back and enjoy it and not have to move to what's next, which is what I'm typically doing. I'm typically, okay, next. We did this, next on the list. And so I'm waiting for that moment to treat myself to that fancier bottle of scotch. But somebody else bought it, so I'm not going into debt for it. But I am looking forward to. I do have. We've mentioned that we've got the Disney trip planned later this year, so I would like to do that. I'm not sure I'm getting on a cruise again anytime soon, but I am doing that. Hang on one second. There was one other note on Target here while we're talking Target, because I think Target's really, there is so much, I talk about the big guys because there's so much we can learn from them. There is so much you can learn if you can just get, they're so big and they have so much money. If you can get that out of your head, there is so much you can learn from the big guys that you can apply to your world. What retailers can learn from Target? That they were able to rapidly pivot. They believe they are the key to beating Amazon in the last mile, which is, they have their stores where the last mile is. They're reducing shrinkage as part of their business model. They're doing so many things right. And like I just talked about with the dividend, they're making money. They're making money. Unlike our next topic, which is kind of sad, jeweler Alex and Ani, which is a New England based jeweler, Rhode Island based, has filed for bankruptcy and is hoping for a quick sale. Alex and Ani is the jeweler. They make that nice but inexpensive jewelry, nice looking. Has filed for bankruptcy. They've got a complex issue in their growth and in their rapid rise and fall. If you think of them over the last 15 years and their rapid rise and then their rapid fall, ultimately carrying too much debt. The covenants of debt are very intricate. That's what they're called, the loan covenants. And they basically they've been in loan covenant trouble for a while. They didn't understand all the things that they signed to get all the money they got. So that is it's sad because they had a lot of inspired designers. They had a lot of neat things. We'll have to see what happens with that in the future. But I'm sad to hear that. I am sad to hear that. Our friends at the SBA are working to streamline PPP. Where did my glasses go? I want to make sure I get this right. They are working to streamline PPP loan forgiveness for loans between $150,000 and $2 million. They are not looking. So the headline is that I don't want you to get upset over this. So the headline is that the SBA is streamlining loan forgiveness for loans up to $2 million. That is the headline, okay? You will hear people complaining about it on Facebook and Twitter and other places that people complain. What they are looking to do is look at what lessons in the processing of those forgiveness applications they can streamline. What areas is there duplication of effort? What certifications can they do? Can they skip a step here or there? They are not looking to let people off the hook for a $2 million loan. But, there's a lot of small manufacturers that have a big payroll. There's a lot of relatively small companies that end out with a large payroll. There's a lot of people in here that I've worked with that have a PPP loan over $150,000 that have grown to a level of that. Okay, so with that, they are working on looking at ways to streamline that PPP forgiveness. It is light on the details right now, but it is more looking like it won't be on what the borrower has to provide. The things it looks like it'll be on the back end between what the bank you send to the bank and the bank sends to the SBA, that there will be streamlining in that process so that the SBA can approve the forgiveness quicker, is basically what I am expecting from what I am hearing. But the details are slim right now, except for that they're working on it. But I don't want people to get upset about the headline, which is that they're going to streamline forgiveness for. That is not what they did for. They are not looking to do what they did for loans under $150,000 and the simplicity that they added to that. So I just wanted to clarify that. And I'll keep you updated because I know there are a lot of people that tune in that have loans over $150,000. There's a lot of people that have grown their business to that level, and I'm excited for them, that have $170,000 PPP or $200,000 PPP. And that is a wonderful blessing that they have grown businesses to a level that they have that much staff and employ that many people. So that is a good thing. I don't want to diminish that because remember, small businesses, job creators at all sorts of levels, and everybody starts small. Everybody, even everybody right there, they start small. They do. Look at them. They're really tiny. Our Everyone is Awesome month. The next thing that's getting a lot of SBA headlines is that the SBA plans to make 2021 PPP loans public, data public. Well, they're really already public. They made the other loans public. It's typically not easy. It's not just a simple Google and you can find everybody that's got a PPP. But it's out there. Okay, I have access to it, and I can get anybody's status on any PPP, whether it's been forgiven, when you got it. I can find it on anything. The information is out there. Who cares? Who cares? The PPP helped small business keep people employed. It helped keep the lights on for small business. I could care less. I am thankful to Congress for putting that program together, and the fact that they're making the data public. The Biden administration saying there's precedent for it. Well, they've already been doing it. I don't know why the news media is just picking this up on it, because I can literally find out, on ones. It's not. It is readily available. So just don't lose sleep over that headline either. Don't worry about it that somebody's going to look bad at you that you got a PPP or didn't get a P. Give it a rest. I am so proud of you for still being standing, for you still being here, for you still being with us. Okay, I am happy for that. Okay, I am celebrating that. Marianne, how are you? Hugs to you. Great to have you here. Hope all is well with you and little Missy. And Kippy. So don't lose sleep over that. Don't lose any sleep over that. It's actually come in handy as in landlord negotiations. Because I'm like, your landlord doesn't want to give you any help, but they reached out for help. So don't lose sleep over that headline either. So there you go. That's what's happening in the world, people. You know what else is happening is this video and everything I talk about. I need to call you and check in, Mary. We do need to catch up. It's been too long. This video and everything I talk about goes over to narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you. It's amazing how that happens. Everything I talk about, all the files I reference, goes over to narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day, including a direct link to these videos on the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and yes, you can ring the bell so you know when a new one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. We're going to help everybody make it to the other side. Yes, we are. Oh, Rose, you have a great weekend as well. I am going to be early. For everybody watching, I am going to be early tomorrow night and Saturday night. Tomorrow night we have Lego. Lego is Lego family movie night. Lego drive-in family movie night, and we're going to that. And they didn't check with us first to see what time to do drive-in movie night, and they're doing it right at 8. So I will be early tomorrow night, and I will be early Saturday night, where we have tickets to the virtual concert by Florida Georgia Line. So, a little bit of normal. We have reserved movie theater seats for it. I guess I get popcorn and snacks or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm excited for a tiny bit of normal, but that's what we have going on the next 2 nights. So I will be early. I'll still be here, but I'll be early. If you've got a great recipe, I'll still need a great recipe for this week's recipe of the week. You know where to email it. Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com. I am here every night, normally at More 8 Than Ish. More 8 Than Ish is where you find me. That's where you find me. Live in the Narts private Facebook group and streaming on YouTube. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. If you were not here at the top of the program, our good morning tonight is good morning. Subways may be slow. Traffic may crawl to a halt. Still, you're on your way. You're not defined by the speed of your surroundings. Your mind is racing. You're on your way, damn it. Our good night tonight is good night. Days may be slow. You may face setbacks. Still, you're on your way. Your tempo is not dictated by your surroundings. Your heartbeat is your own. You're on your way, damn it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you, and you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. It's time for dinner, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Remember, early tomorrow.